Good morning and welcome to House of Joy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. We'd love for you to come and join us this morning, but if you can't, sit back, have a good cup of coffee, and listen to a little bit of the Word this morning. We're excited about what God is doing in these days. Man, these are some great times that we're living in.
Boy.
And certainly not a time to be afraid, but a time to look up, for your redemption draws nigh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm preaching a message this morning called Glory Days.
Ooh.
Glory Days. Anybody remember the old Springsteen song? Glory Days. I'm not Springsteen, but then again, I don't want to be, right? But there were days in the Old Testament and in the New Testament when we saw the glory of the Lord fall. We saw the glory of the Lord hit the earth and do amazing things. And you know what? We're back in those glory days. We're back in those glory days. And the key to receiving and accepting the glory days that God has is to be positioned, to be juxtapositioned, to be in that place where God can touch us. And that means that we operate and that we revolve. We let our lives revolve around the center of our lives, and that is God. Take a look at what it says in Psalms chapter 22. In Psalms chapter 22, it says in verse 4 and 5, it says, "Our fathers trusted in you. They trusted in you, and you delivered them. They cried to you. They were delivered. They trusted in you and were not ashamed." And if you jump up just before that, he says, "Oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but you do not hear. And in my night season, I am not silent." Doubt comes into all our lives. The very beginning of that psalm opens with this line, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Recognize that? You recognize that? That was what Jesus said from the cross. And I always thought, Jesus was lamenting over the fact, now he didn't have the glory of God, the presence of God was leaving him when he bore the sin of the world, because sin and God can't be in the same place at the same time. But here is what we were seeing actually. What we were seeing was Jesus was talking about the lament of humanity. My God, where are you forsaken me? And later on in Psalm 22, he actually comes out and says that the glory of the Lord, that the presence of God inhabits the very praises of those who worship him. So we're going to be talking about that this morning. We're going to be talking about the return of the glory days and how we can be a part of that voyage back to the glory of God that man has lost in the sea of religion. It's coming back, friends. God's about to do great and mighty things which we know not in the earth, and I'm excited to see it this morning at 10 o'clock. So that's going to be good. Hey, listen, we thank you for being with us this morning. God bless you. We love you.
Our address.
Our address. Neither one of us gave it this time. Our address, 1510 Lindbergh Drive, the I-10 service road right here in Slidell. You can take either the Gauze or the Fremo exit. The Gauze exit, I call it the truck stop exit. The Fremo exit is the new mall where they got all them great places to eat. You can go after church and some really wonderful places in there to eat and some great shopping, some of which are open on Sundays. Can't do anything about it, but they're there. And so we would love to have you with us. Hey, you'd like to support House of Joy Church and our related ministries, you can do so by going to paypal.me/Joy Fellowship Church. Let me say that again because I almost confused you. It's paypal.me, like me, paypal.me/Joy Fellowship Church, and that'll take you right to our nonprofit giving page where you can give to the Lord through our ministry here. Hey, listen, now we can say it. Again, we love you. God bless you. Have a great God-filled day, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.